In the distant future, Earth had established a delicate alliance with an alien race known as the Valyrii. A highly advanced species, the Valyrii possessed beauty and intelligence that fascinated humanity. However, intergalactic politics often blurred the lines between alliance and exploitation. Amidst this fragile peace, an unusual custom emerged. Earth officials would host Valyrii citizens as cultural emissaries. In practice, however, these emissaries were treated as little more than servants. On a small rural colony named Epsilon 6, Gabriel Vance, a grizzled ex-soldier turned farmer, received a peculiar letter. Due to his military service during the Valyrii-Human War, the Galactic Alliance had selected him to host a Valyrii emissary. Gabriel groaned at the thought. He neither wanted nor needed an alien in his quiet life. But orders were orders. The shuttle landed the next day, its engines humming softly. A young Valyrii girl descended the ramp. Her shimmering lavender skin glowed faintly in the twilight, and her silver hair cascaded down her back like liquid light. Her large, reflective eyes, a hallmark of her kind, scanned her surroundings nervously. "My name is Ayara," she said in halting standard, bowing slightly. Her voice was soft but firm, with an otherworldly melody. "I am honored to serve." Gabriel merely nodded, uncomfortable. He gestured toward the farmhouse. "This way." Life on the farm was harsh. Gabriel, used to solitude, found Ayara's presence unsettling. She moved gracefully, completing chores with a quiet efficiency that bordered on eerie. Yet, despite her skill, Ayara often made mistakes, planting crops in the wrong rows, misjudging the weight of water buckets. Each time, Gabriel would grumble but say little. He had never been a man of many words. Ayara, for her part, endured his silence stoically. She'd been told that humans were gruff and impatient, but Gabriel's gruffness carried an undertone of something else, a loneliness she couldn't ignore. One evening, as a storm raged outside, Ayara sat near the fireplace, her delicate fingers stitching a torn shirt. Gabriel, nursing a cup of synthale, watched her from his chair. The firelight reflected in her silver eyes, making her look almost ethereal. Why did you agree to come here?" he asked abruptly. She paused, startled. "It is my duty," she replied carefully. "The Valyrii value service. It is how we learn." Gabriel frowned. "Learn what?" "How to take orders from humans." Ayara's gaze met his, unwavering. "How to understand your people. How to build trust. Without understanding, there can be no peace." Her sincerity disarmed him. Gabriel's lips twitched into the faintest of smiles. "Guess that makes one of us," he muttered. As weeks turned into months, a fragile bond began to form. Gabriel taught Ayara how to till the soil properly, while Ayara shared tales of her homeworld, where bioluminescent forests stretched endlessly under twin moons. Her stories painted vivid pictures in Gabriel's mind, stirring a curiosity he hadn't felt in years. One day, while repairing a broken fence together, Ayara stumbled, twisting her ankle. Gabriel instinctively caught her, his strong hand steadying her slight frame. For a moment, their eyes locked. Gabriel quickly looked away, setting her down gently. "You need to rest," he said gruffly, but his tone lacked its usual edge. That evening, Gabriel brought her a bowl of steaming stew. Ayara accepted it with a surprised smile. "Thank you," she said softly. Gabriel shrugged. "Can't have you keeling over. Farm won't run itself." But both knew it was more than that. Over time, Ayara began to see Gabriel's gruffness for what it truly was, a shield. She learned of his past, of the war that had taken so much from him. His comrades, his family, his peace of mind. He'd retreated to Epsilon 6 to escape the ghosts that haunted him. "You're not as terrible as you pretend to be," Ayara teased one evening, her melodic laughter filling the farmhouse. Gabriel rolled his eyes but didn't argue. Deep down, Her presence was mending wounds he hadn't realized were still bleeding. As the seasons changed, so did their relationship. Ayara was no longer just a servant. She became a partner. Together, they transformed the struggling farm into a thriving haven. Gabriel found himself looking forward to her laughter, her stories, even her occasional scolding when he neglected his health. One evening, under a sky full of stars, Gabriel found himself staring at Ayara as she gazed at the heavens. Her beauty was undeniable, but it was her spirit that captivated him. Ayara, he began hesitantly. She turned to him, her silver eyes reflecting the starlight. Yes. He swallowed. I think I'm glad they sent you here. A gentle smile graced her lips. And I am glad to be here. Months later, during the annual harvest festival, Gabriel made a decision. He approached Ayara as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting the fields in golden light. Ayara, he said, his voice uncharacteristically nervous. I know this might be strange, but would you stay? Not as a servant, but as my wife. Ayara's eyes widened, shimmering with unshed tears. Gabriel, she whispered, her voice trembling. You honor me more than I can express. Yes. 1,000 times, yes. Their union was met with mixed reactions. Some humans viewed it as scandalous, while others saw it as a symbol of unity. The Valérie, however, celebrated the marriage, seeing it as a testament to the bonds their emissaries sought to create. Gabriel and Ayara's life together was not without challenges, but their love proved stronger than prejudice and adversity. Together, they built a future that bridged two worlds, proving that understanding and compassion could conquer even the vast distances between stars. In the end, it wasn't duty or obligation that defined their story, but love, an unbreakable thread that wove their hearts together, creating a tapestry of hope for both humanity and the Valérie. And as they stood together on the farm they had rebuilt, watching the twin moons rise, they knew they had found their home in each other.